dolls are in need of some fun jewelry to help spice up their outfits, you've clicked on the right video. For this tutorial, of course, you will be needing beads. I buy mine from Temu, Hobby Lobby, and Michaels, but use any beads you'd like. You will also be needing 2-inch eye pins. 0.6mm wire is what I typically go with, and of course the basic jewelry tools, a jewelry clasp, as well as some jump rings, and then of course some more beads. Without further ado, let's get started. The first necklace we are making today is going to be inspired by the moon. Thanks to at Dollhouse Studio, who named my number 60 moon. This necklace is for her. The first step you're going to want to do is make sure to cut your wire 8 inches long, which leaves just enough room to go around the doll's neck. This here is a one-step looper. If you have never worked with this before, it is absolutely game-changing. Basically, all you do is grab your wire and put it in that hole back there and make sure that you have a little bit of wire poking out at the end. And what this tool essentially does is makes the perfect loop. But if you don't have this tool, I didn't want to make you guys spend the extra money. So with using some round nose pliers, you get the same exact effect and you don't have to go out and buy an extra tool. Since we've already made that loop at the end of the wire, this makes placing the beads on a lot more fun and enjoyable, and you don't have to worry about them spilling all over the place. Once you reached halfway of the necklace, you're going to want to take your jump ring and place that right in the middle, and this is going to be where we add our charm. Once you've placed your jump ring, you're going to want to keep placing your beads until you leave about an inch left of wire at the very end of the necklace. Now that we've reached the end of our necklace, we're going to take our one-step looper and make that same loop at the end of the necklace the way we did at the beginning. And now we have 2 loops on each end. And what I'm doing here is placing my charm on the jump ring that we added in the middle. It should look like this, and now we're almost done. Just adding a couple of finishing touches. You're going to want to add 2 jump rings to the end of the loop that you made. You want to add 2 to give it a little bit of extra length, and then you're just going to want to take your jewelry clasp and make sure you're closing that nice and tight, and your necklace is all finished. And now all that's left is to put it on your doll. Necklace number 2 is inspired by the colors and logo of American Girl, and just like the first necklace, I'm starting off making that first loop and then placing my beads. I added a jump ring here because this is where I'm going to be placing one of the charms for the necklace. Although since I am adding 2 stars, I'm placing 2 different jump rings, and that's what you'll see here. We've made it to the end of the necklace, so now to finish it off, I'm repeating that exact same process I did with our first one. Now I'm adding our charms to the necklace. Although I made this process a lot harder than it needed to be. I should have added the stars on before I even placed it on the wire, but you get the point. The stars are on there, and I think it looks so freaking cute, and I honestly love this one so much because it just reminds me so much of American Girl. I also made a super cute matching bracelet to go along with the necklace, and I think it's so freaking adorable, and this is definitely one of my favorites. Necklace number 3 is made just a little bit differently, but it's no harder than the rest, and this one is so freaking cool. I love the way it looks, and I'm so excited to share with you all how I made this. The 2-inch eye pins that I mentioned at the beginning of the video are meant for this necklace specifically, so you want to start off by placing the eye pin in between the bead and using your one-step looper to create the perfect loop on the other end of the bead, and it basically just creates the perfect loop on each side and helps speeds up the process a lot faster, since you don't have to make 2 loops. You're just going to be making 1 since the eye pin already has a loop, and you're going to want to repeat this process for every single bead. Once you've looped all of your beads, you should be left with something like this. And now what we're going to be doing is creating a chain of the beads. And to do this, you're going to want to take some round nose pliers and open up one side of the loop that you made to attach another bead to it. And this creates a chain, and to reattach it, you just close it off with your pliers, and then you repeat this process for the entire necklace. And bam, now we're all done, and your necklace should look like this. And then to close it off, you're just going to want to repeat that same process that we've done with the other two. It's no different. I absolutely loved the way that this necklace came out, so I decided that a necklace just wasn't enough, so I went ahead and also made a matching bracelet to go with it. And I freaking love this set so much. It's the perfect kind of like edgy vibe to it, and it just looks so stylish on the dolls, and I love it so much. This was such a vibe, and it looks so freaking good on Corinne. Fourth necklace is this really fun pearl necklace with a little strawberry charm attached to it. I decided to turn this into like a fun little time lapse for you guys to see how I make it. Since I basically already showed you all the process, I thought it would be fun to just show you guys this in a sped up version. And I also made another fun flower one that you will see towards the end. Last necklace I made, like I mentioned, is going to be inspired by a flower, and this flower specifically is inspired off of McKenna's dress that I purchased off of Temu. It's a really pretty blue and yellow floral print dress that just needed a matching necklace to go with it, and I am obsessed with the way that this came out. Literally all these beads in this clip I'm showing are from Temu, so please go purchase off of Temu if you haven't already. Super affordable beads if this is something that you're just beginning with and you need fun little beads to mess around with. Go to Temu. And now the last necklace of the day is finished. And that concludes the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this fun little tutorial of making so many fun necklaces and bracelets. Honestly, the opportunities are endless. You can even make anklets, you can make earrings. I am having so much fun making so much jewelry for my dolls. I even want to open up a little small business of selling doll jewelry for you guys. Let me know if that's something you all would be interested in, because I am having so much fun with this project. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.